among us? Is it common for survivors of this god-awful kind of upbringing to wish to never be married and or never have kids? Like, wishing to enjoy life and hobbies we never enjoyed free from harm by ourselves and a very, very selective small group of people who. Is this a prevalent sentiment among us? It's not uncommon for individuals who have endured a deeply traumatic upbringing to harbor a desire for a life untainted by the pain of their past. They may yearn to cultivate a sense of freedom and pursue their interests and hobbies without the looming specter of emotional harm. This desire for solitude and selectivity often stems from a deep-seated need to protect themselves from the potential risks and annoyances associated with forming intimate relationships. They may feel an overwhelming sense of trepidation at the prospect of navigating complex family dynamics, particularly those of their partner's family. As a result, some individuals may opt to remain unmarried and childless, or at the very least, to surround themselves with a carefully curated circle of like-minded individuals who share their values and energy. This approach allows them to maintain a sense of control and agency over their lives, minimizing the likelihood of re-experiencing the trauma and pain of their past. TLDR. People who've experienced a traumatic upbringing may feel more comfortable avoiding marriage and having kids due to a desire to protect themselves from potential harm. Edit. This topic is complex and can vary greatly from person to person. It's essential to acknowledge that everyone's experiences and preferences are unique and should be respected. The world lost its beauty after I was raped. I've gotten married since, moved to a different country, become friends and lovers of wonderful people, but it doesn't matter. Looking into someone's eyes and seeing disgust and hatred while I begged for my life and dignity has. A traumatic event has left an indelible mark on the world's beauty for me. Years have passed since the day my world shattered. I've built a new life with a loving partner, formed meaningful connections with incredible individuals, and even relocated to a foreign land, yet the anguish still persists. It's as if the memories of that fateful day, August 2016, have been seared into my very being, refusing to fade. The overwhelming sense of helplessness I experienced during that moment has become an unshakable presence in my life. I often feel like a hollow version of myself. The pain I endured has left me with a deep-seated longing to erase the past, to erase existence itself. Connie has been arrested, again. DH came to stay with the kids and I Father's Day weekend. Long story short, she broke into our house and packed all my stuff. Meaning she threw it all out into the yard. We had cameras up and have the whole thing recorded. We've decided to move. It's come to a point where my husband and I have no choice but to start a new chapter in our lives, far away from our current location. My mother-in-law's erratic behavior has become increasingly unbearable, causing tension and stress within our household. The final straw occurred when she broke into our home while my husband was away visiting us for Father's Day weekend. Our security cameras captured the entire ordeal, which thankfully provided irrefutable evidence of her actions. The decision to relocate has been made, and we'll be embarking on a cross-country move with my family in the coming weeks. We'll be loading up our belongings, leaving behind a home that's now being rented by my husband's close friend, a towering figure known for his intimidating presence, yet possessing a heart of gold. This change of scenery offers me an opportunity to reconnect with my loved ones and watch my niece grow up firsthand, a prospect that I'm truly looking forward to. As I reflect on this new beginning, I'm filled with a sense of liberation and hope for a brighter future. This fresh start marks the end of an era filled with turmoil, and I'm eager to start a new chapter, free from the drama and chaos that has plagued our lives for so long. Edit. No, KY. Neighbors destroyed multiple mailboxes in the neighborhood and police refused to do anything, so a couple of days ago mine and 4 other neighbors' mailboxes and our water meter cover was destroyed by our neighbors' kids. The others and us have all filed police reports. However, vandalism in the neighborhood leaves residents frustrated. Recently, I, along with 4 other neighbors, fell victim to a string of mailbox and water meter cover damages in our neighborhood. The perpetrators behind this act of vandalism are none other than the kids of our neighbors. After filing police reports and providing photo evidence, we were met with the unyielding statement that the authorities are reluctant to pursue charges against minors. As we navigate this frustrating situation, we are left wondering about the avenues available to us for resolution. It's worth noting that this incident is not an isolated incident, but rather the culmination of months-long issues with these children's behavior in the neighborhood. They have a history of aggression, including an instance where they tried to attack someone and another where they deliberately tried to run someone off the road. Their actions have had a profound impact on our community, and we yearn for a resolution that brings an end to this chaos. Edit: this post will be updated once we have a resolution to our situation. TLDR: mailboxes and water meter covers have been damaged by our neighbor's kids, but the police refuse to file charges due to the children's age. We're seeking advice on how to resolve the issue. AITA: because when my friend asked me what is going on in my life, breast cancer, she pressured me to tell her what was up. I made her promise to tell no one because my kids were writing final exams. She promised to not say a word about it, then told her kids the next. I'm questioning my behavior because a supposed friend of mine asked about my life, specifically inquiring about my recent health struggles with breast cancer. Despite my reluctance to share the news, she persisted, pressuring me to open up. In an attempt to protect my children from the stress of this sensitive information during their final exams, I made her promise to keep the secret confidential. However, she broke her promise the very next day by sharing the news with her own children. Given that her kids are friends with mine, it was inevitable that my children would eventually find out, and I was left with no choice but to be honest with them myself. Unfortunately, this has created an awkward dynamic between our families. To make matters worse, this friend has since made several thoughtless comments and actions towards me, likely due to her lack of understanding about my situation. The added complexity is that her husband is friends with mine, as well as the rest of our social circle. As a result, it's become increasingly difficult for me to avoid social interactions with them altogether. I'm feeling deeply upset and regret ever having befriended this individual. I'm sitting here fucking crying for Amanda Bynes right now. She was part of my childhood. She was hilarious. She always seemed happy, cheerful. But my God, what she dealt with. And how such a seemingly happy, innocent part of my childhood was actually so fucked up, and that th. As I sit here, overcome with emotion, my heart aches for Amanda Bynes. She was a beloved figure in my youth, bringing me endless joy and laughter with her incredible talent. Her bright and cheerful persona made her a staple of my childhood, but behind the scenes, she was battling unimaginable struggles. It's heartbreaking to think about the innocence she portrayed, knowing that those same people were dealing with the dark reality of being tormented by those who seemed monstrous. A quote I came across resonated deeply with me: "She gave up her childhood to give us ours." It's a poignant reminder of the sacrifices she made for the sake of her fans. Amanda Bynes, you were robbed of a carefree childhood, and I can only imagine the pain and difficulty you endured. You truly deserved a life filled with happiness and peace. My deepest apologies go out to you, Amanda. I'm grateful for the laughter and joy you brought into my life, and I'll always cherish the memories of your time on screen. As a teenager, I used to steal bread that was cooling early